You know. Anyway, it's recording. All right, so I just did 9 minutes of jogging. So my body is hot. All right, so the body is hot. Body's kind of it's good. It's all hot. Stretching. So did the warm up, good longer warm up of jogging in place. Now I'm stretching it out, stretching the body. Thank God too that I stretched it last night. You gotta stretch your body. Any vigorous type of thing you're doing, even shoveling outside, for instance, that's a workout routine. I know your body feels stiff the next day. I'm saying that about the neighbors. Can't say that for myself because I stretched last night. I did a good stretch last night. I didn't even feel bad this morning. I ain't feel stiff or nothing. It's about stretching. Sometime if you were doing any kind of workout, you gotta stretch your body out. It's good to stretch the body. Even if that was the only thing in life to do for your body. Example with yoga. Y'all tried that? Yoga is good. Yoga is good. But right now, main focus, weight routine, lifting weights, building the body, keeping the body good or all over, throughout the body. Some of you know it as bodybuilding in that sense. I ain't trying to be no bodybuilder. I mean, I want to look good. Sure. The kind of the vanity, and that's all. I used to do the calisthenics, which is good too. Calisthenics is good. And eventually, it's good to link them up. You become your own strength athlete, in a sense. Back that up a bit, see if I capture more. You become a good strength athlete in that sense altogether. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this real quick, just moving stuff around, moving this camera around, which is like, yeah, literally I didn't want to do this. Let me see if I can take it further, see if I capture a good amount from a distance, because I don't want to waste my time with the cam. Really, I don't want to waste my time right now. I'm realizing, because I gotta get in workout routine. This workout routine is about 2 hours. Yeah. I said like, yeah, 2 hours. But anyway, so I know it's captured a good amount of me right now, so it is what it is. We're just gonna stay on point on this angle throughout the workout, but over here, I gotta stretch my calves. The stretches, this is what I'm doing right now, various stretches. This one is for my calves. So as I'm listening, as I'm videotaping, I hear myself because I have the audio on as well, being my phone. So I'm making use of my stuff. You know what I mean? Making use of the stuff that you have. It's there for a purpose. It's made for you. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else using theirs, it's made for them. They're not using it to a sense of experiencing. They go on Facebook, they stay on Facebook and see other people's experiences. That's why I said to myself, like, real talk, I had to get off of Facebook. You know what I mean? Facebook is it was wasting my time. I gotta put in 2 hours and change for this workout, for instance, by stretching and the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? There's other kind of routines I can do for an hour or so. But I'm doing other sacrifices instead. I said, fuck Facebook. I can't say it like that too tough. You know what I mean? Because I can get back on it eventually and, promote myself. Yeah. Get back on it, promote myself, and talk. As well as writing, all that good stuff right there. I'm trying to see if my whole body is being captured from that distance, and I think it is. All I gotta do is figure, trial and error. I say mentally, or verbally actually, where the camera is at. Okay, I see this bed, the angle of the bed, after my bench or whatever. So that's a mental note. Just again, mental note, the camera angle more or less is at a distance so you can see me from afar. It's actually it's in the basement. We're in the basement. There's the bed and there's the bench. So like the front of the tripod is in that center section or whatever. So let me get this routine going. Let me get this shit going. Ultimately. So I did some stretches just now. I'm just yapping this shit. I'm stopping myself. Not a good look. So I did some stretches. I still need to continue my stretches. Yeah, that's why I don't have this camera too tough around. That's why I had to put it away. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it do its thing until it dies out. Yeah. So I just did the calves. Now I'm gonna continue with the legs. This is more or less like a horse stance. In Kung Fu, that's what they call it, as a horse stance. Like you can hold it for a good length of time. But right now, I'm gonna hold it for 15 seconds or until I feel a little fatigue in that feeling. As I know I felt that. See, I feel it. It's a good feeling though. I think that's the first workout also, squatting. Yeah, first workout's gonna be with the legs. That stretch, you gotta, I guess, keep that in mind. Maybe get an extra stretch for the leg region. It's a good feeling too, a good feeling. Right now I was stretching my quad, no, sorry, excuse me. I was stretching my hamstrings. Now this seated position is in the squat, in the sense of a squat. You're sitting down, you're stretching your groin area, as well as Achilles tendons in the foot. And it promotes a lot of good, promotes a lot of flexibility. It's like you're in a ball. And in that sense, like you're compressed, your body's compressed. So just now, because my body is well warm, I didn't feel that compression, that pressure as I got up. Because sometimes that happens. You go, you know what I'm saying, like your body might be, maybe even it's like heavily warm. It depends. And sometimes you go into a certain type of pressure as you get up from that routine, and your pressure rises a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like an adrenaline rush, so you gotta, keep still, chill, relax. I gotta figure that out too. I gotta find out more detail on that. Because it's more or less like you're condensing yourself in a squat. And I keep saying that, I state that, so it's a reminder to myself. It's like you're condensing your body into a squat. Now, squat routine, one danger they say about it is to not hold it, not to hold the squat on the bottom. Never hold that shit in the bottom. Once you go down, you pick it up, you go up. Mad quick. Not quick, but once you're down, use your momentum to come back up. Do not pause on the bottom. And just doing the stretching routine that I did, the stretching routine that I just did as a squat. It's an Indian squat. Almost like it's like you squat and you're sitting down. Different countries they promote that to take a dump. Take a shit. And that's a good look. It helps to cleanse this. It cleanses your system because you're condensing your body. You're hitting your organs from the inside, condensing them up. Everything is being condensed, so that's the pressure. And once you let go of that pressure and you're standing erect, the pressure rises up in your body. Some people can't handle that kind of pressure though, and especially if they're not used to it. So with that said, to keep it short in the beginning, keep it short in the beginning. That's, mind you, that's a stretch that I did a while back. I'm in the middle of another stretch for my groin. After doing some quad stretches and hamstring stretches just now. Stretching the groin area again. Now for the neck. funny thing is, when I'm talking about the workout routine, I be mixing stuff up, but it's all intertwined. In a sense, it all comes down to it all comes together. It's life. Yeah, I mean, you have a purpose. Purpose will be like, oh, let me help you with your training. Let me teach you. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a mind thing. It's a mental thing. Anyway, right now I'm stretching my obliques area and twisting my torso. Overall, great feeling. Oh, what a feeling. You know, right now I'm stretching towards the buttocks, the gluteus max, and the upper hamstring area. So now, at least, I started to do the illustrations for the workouts, like the drawing up of it, doing the drawings. So that versus, or if it intertwines with, my own personal visual, my video. So I can look at that for reference material. You know, because, you know, yeah, you want to go online, you look online, you see various reference material of stuff that you could use for your personal. You know, why don't you create your own stuff? Create something, do something, you know, in that sense of creating that reference work. Just now I just stretched my forearms. Now I'm stretching my back. So you see, you hear the mix right there. It's a mix of my purpose, in a sense. It's a good stretch. It's a great feeling. I love it. It's awesome. A little joke with it. Seriousness. So stretch the back. That was just stretch the back just now. Now this kind of stretch. This is a yoga type of stretch, mind you. But I love the feeling of stretching of my biceps, as well as my quads combination right there. And I'm flexing my back. As the back is flexed, the spine is stretched. It's a weird combination. I always caught that weird combination. You know, so I always thought it was a weird combination, like, wow, it's good for both perspectives. Anyway, I'm stretching the groin area again. This is more or less in the martial arts sense. Stretching up the groin. So I'm backing it up to get that split on one side. The right side. Now I'm on the left. This is what we do in Kung Fu class. This is what I did at Bola Kung Fu recent. And it's how I did it at Wushu in my past. I may go back to Wushu though. I like that. Wushu was great. Bola is good too. They're great too. Mind you, I felt my power working with them. I felt my power in my kicks and my punches in Bola. You know what I mean? But then I said, let me see if I could feel that same way back at Wushu. You know what I'm saying? Because Wushu, yo, they powerful right there. Yo, they got characters talking that ish on, you know what I'm saying, throughout the forums and whatnot about Wushu, or within Bushido, Bushido.net or whatever. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm turning around, looking around. turning around. I want to see the upper body feel, working the upper body how I look, upper body. But then the lower body also, you know what I'm saying? This bodybuilding right here. This is bodybuilding. So I gotta check the legs too. You know what I'm saying? Cause mind you, I'm about to get into some squats. So I ain't one of them characters that say, oh, I ain't gonna work on no legs, just the upper body, just the upper body. I mean, people nowadays, they know better to say, yo, I gotta work the lower body also. Gotta get the whole perspective. It's not about no visual on the top. Come on, that's bullshit. And that was like, I think that's more or less, that's a cartoon figure. That's like a cartoon figure. Like Johnny Bravo or something. You know what I mean? No offense, that was it's a good cartoon. It's a good, no, I can't. I like Johnny Bravo. I used to watch him a lot. You know, they made him like a character that is like a bimbo dude or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, he had the upper body and no legs. So I'm gonna look at myself, you know. I threw up the video. I gotta see if my legs are getting that development in that sense. You know what I mean? So flex it. Flexing the calves. This is all before I get my workout routine. That's good though, you know? Iso tension! I get that isolation tension in your muscles. Maybe even before, you know, before it even starts. So do a little posing. Get that from behind, double back pose. Now, when I did that particular pose just now, I felt the tension in my mid-back. Yo, that shit is crazy. That's a good feeling though, mind you. I ain't arguing about that. I ain't even arguing about that right there. Alright, so this is a little poses that I wanna almost like reference for myself, just to look back and say, okay, this is me then, this is me now, this is me now, this is me then, blah, blah, blah. It's all before my workout routine. I just like flexed out a bit, so might have even given myself a little pump, that little extra pump for starters. So it's good. So this is a mental note. Isolation tension. They say, you put that in somewhere, you mix it in somewhere. Isolation tension is like a workout, they say. It's not a warm-up. Well, you could say, you could put it in a sense where it's part of your warm-up. You know what I mean? It's part of your warm-up. You just stretch it, you just you just stretched. To get that elasticity throughout the warm body. All in preparation of getting into the workout routine. I gotta put on my shirt because it's kind of cold. Put on back this top. Put on this tank top right quick. Because even though, the body gets warm for all that good stuff, but when you start moving and it's cold, you get your body, it just cools itself down. The body is normally in that sense of cooling itself down. Can't wait to watch this video. There's different projects in that sense, which I'm familiar with. Very much so familiar. It's ridiculous how familiar. I put myself onto this one-man army perspective. It's weird. That might be an idea for saying, oh, one-man army, workout or whatever, some shit. But it's all about one man or one woman in their own thought perspective on the goal. And in this competition, you compete, some of that stuff. Hell yeah. I mean, you want to compete with what? Optimal body, or you want to compete like an elite within yourself? Because you're pushing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going all out. You might see characters. You be like, okay, I want to be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mike went through failure. A lot of failures. So, it's not even about competition too tough. I mean, competition within yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to sit down, you're competing against being a couch potato. I just opened up this magnificent date book organizer that I used in the past and I'm using in the present. I didn't get to put down, today is Friday, yes. I didn't get to put down, it's an added piece right there as a memory. I didn't look through my daily processing of self-unification. You know, praise God. You know, we got faith, the whole 9 yards. Although, you know, Lord forgive me, I talked to my child's mother and shit, and I was like, she was like, oh, let's go to church together. I told her I was an atheist. But I'm not an atheist. You know what I mean? She just got me upset. So I had to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so from self-unification to, because even with God, God overall, God within. You know what I mean? Because it's the spiritual side. That spiritual side, and you need to get that spiritual to go to God, to talk to God, and begging for His forgiveness in the whole 9 yards. Because real talk, at the end of the day, anything you're going to say, oh my God, one way or the next in this lifetime, even those who say they don't believe in God. But there's a belief, everybody got their beliefs, and I'm not even mad at anybody in that sense. Anyway, I'm going to my date book organizer to initially go to my routine that I've been going through for the past, this is my 3rd weekend to this scenario. But, no, I think it's more than that. It's been more than that. I think it's way since January, resolution, the whole 9 yards. Keep it going. No more talking, just keep it going. 110. Squat 110. Alright. I gotta see how this bench looks on the camera. I should have did that from the start to say this is where I'm gonna stand, this, that, and the other. With that even said, I didn't even prepare for all of this right now. Just say, oh, I prepared for the workout, prepared for the audio, as I'm speaking, but I didn't prepare for this video. So, okay, squat, 110. So normally I pick up the squat from the floor. Let me see on this cam, real quick, where it stands, where I should stand. Okay, that's about right. Hell yeah, that's cool enough for me. That's good enough for me. So I'll keep it in that sense, that perspective. I had to have something as an example, but I didn't use it. About to get into the squat. About to start it off on the floor and lift it up, put it on my back. From there, squat down with 70 pounds to warm up. Like to see it? There we go. That's what the video is for. Like to see it? Instead of that, not instead of the talking, because I want to talk about it. I want to talking about it. And I want to see it. I want to write about it. I want to see it in the whole night. I want to put it all together. Perfect my whole craft for it and for it with it. I can do for others. earplugs. Periodically I can hear my heartbeat. Remember, the squat routine, let me catch my breath at the same time. The squat routine is kind of endurance. Gotta try to find a way from. And it's kind of, anyway, yeah, it's endurance kind of workout routine. Those are 12 repetition warm up. But it's like an endurance piece right there, because legs are being worked. 90, 110. So I'm keeping it safe. You know what I mean? Because bodybuilders, they don't even lift heavy. They depend on their size also, you know what I'm saying? They lift heavy from that big giant size that they got. But the smaller characters, you don't lift heavy like that to build your body. You don't have to do that. That is just plain stupid. You know, say if your body tells you to go there, then that's a different story. That's when you go. Your body will tell you to go there, mind you. Your body will tell you. So I'm gonna figure out from this routine, I'm about to get into this next squat, which is 2 sets. Because I'm still, you know, I said let me start off beginner level and see how it goes. Let me see how it goes. I've been through different routines. I saw how that went. I saw some results periodically. Now that was some calisthenics. I said, oh, calisthenics is pretty good. I said, okay, do the calisthenic route. Had a good physique. I said, I'll chisel it up. Whole nine is, you know what I mean, maybe, you know, puff it up a bit. You know, get a little extra weights. You know, get a little more diesel or something. Build it. Oh, this is something I did back when I was a kid. And the actual routine I'm referencing off of when I was a kid. Ain't that some shit? So I'm building my body like I'm a kid or something. You know what I mean? Like they say it's only kids could do this shit with their young selves. Fuck that. I got this too. That's what I'm saying. Now, taking a rest. I almost spoke this as I was like lowering the weight. But anyway. Take a little breather before you're starting to talk again. But there's something in my mind with the squat. Now what was it? You know, I read the book over again. Periodically actual routines. This would be like ingrained in my head. Now with the squat, I didn't have to look at that again. I already know. They say look up, look straight ahead, and some say look down. At a fixed position. And then when you going up and down, you're in that fixed position. You're looking up, you're fixed as you're going down. You're still looking at that fixed position. Or straight ahead, you're looking at that fixed position. Or on the floor, you're looking at a fixed position. Various people say various things, and you know, it's like it's almost trial and error, and figure out your own. Just now, I was looking straight ahead. I look straight ahead. I'll give it an extra minute because I'm still breathing. In a sense, it's endurance type. So with the big muscles, which is the legs, you know, your legs are bigger than your upper body. In that sense. Now the big muscles, they say it takes some more time. I put another minute on it, but I think I'm gonna catch that half a minute and then get it in. Yep. So it's kind of weird as I'm standing right here. I gotta figure out some way to use this as a workout for my martial arts. And there's the audio, and there's the audio and video. Because audio is still talking. So it's a combination. Weird combination. Oh, weird. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, all the stuff that I know, if it comes down to money in a sense where if you're not doing it, if you're not learning it, if you're not having other people, if you can't delegate it to somebody else to finish it up for you, to get the whole nine done, you gotta do it not all yourself, but you gotta get it done for yourself. You know what I mean? Generate some cash and then look for those reliable characters, well known in the whole nine, to get that going, to get it further. Just keep it moving, shit. But somewhere in the mix of when I didn't think, and I'm thinking about it now, the 10,000 hour rule. You know, I've been doing this shit for a long time. So that's how I see that combo going. Even down to discouragement from people and stuff. Oh no, I don't need that, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I'm like, I might even surpass that level and not even have to deal. But this, if I have to, it's not a problem. You know, I ain't mad about rejection. That helps me grow. Now with squats, it's not as much endurance. Kind of workout routine comparison to lunges. Lunges is endurance right there. Shit. But you're doing both alternative. You're doing alternative legs. One your left side and your right side. But every time you go down, they're both going down. And in a sense, that's like double time overall. So instead of like, oh wow, I'm doing 8 sets. Okay, I'm gonna do 8 sets of this. You're actually putting in 16. So the 16 is like a lot of repetition. So, but then we're talking about legs. You know what I mean? The legs are the muscles which could take that kind of endurance type of pushes, pulls, whatever they do. Even with the squats, I could have added more sets, more repetition, which I'm make a mental note for that. If I at 110, add more reps and see if I need to put more weight. More repetition means more weight. It's that simple. Or even just now, I was just thinking like with doing sets of the 2 sets with the squat. I was thinking, okay, I may have to, just speed up the time of squatting. That's all good, but it's still kind of on a slow motion tip. So I'm keeping that same weight for the next time, the next round, for the next workout routine. Right now, stacking it up. For the quads, I'm about to do a superset and hit the hamstrings with hit the quads and the hamstrings combination, back to back. With condensing that kind of time for a leg workout. The more condensed it is, the more blood flows to the body. You're doing alternative side, but it's flowing out throughout the same area, being the legs, the upper legs. Both your quads and your hamstrings. Secondary secondary is close to secondary, or close to primary. One secondary that's close to primary is the gluteus max, because the hamstrings is connected to that. So I guess kind of a pump in a sense too. But at 65, kind of debating between the two, 60 to 70. You know what I mean? So hit 65 up with a leg extension and see how that works for that. I went up and down. I remember that. I have to go to my law book, but still I have to check that book. So I gotta check that book. You know what I'm saying? Make some notes and check it. Make some notes. Check the notes. That's how it works. That's how that works, at least. I mean, it works for other things as well. Make your notes. Check your notes. Get it in. Ah, 65 is perfect. I'll make a note of that. I gotta add that in. But right quick, this is a super set. So I hit it back, hit it back. So now I'm about to hit the hamstrings, the back of the legs. I just did the front of the legs. About to hit the back of the legs. Now the hamstrings was a bit of a handle. Some good tension right there, some good tension. But normally I had it on 30s, but then I felt that strength, so I kept it on 40, brought it up to 40. So it was on 40. Mind you, it's like the squat routine was like a warm up for both the quads and the hamstrings. And also the gluteus max. So with that was the squats is a warm up for leg extension, leg curls. I'm about to get it in again. The 65. Before actually making a physical note of 65, I gotta test it again. Test it and make sure it's a legitimate time. I mean a legitimate amount. If it's not, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave the log alone. Keep the same numbers. Let's find out. That was good. Also, I noticed like my focus, my thought, like I think my lower back or mid back to lower was kind of slouch, kind of sort of. It was like, okay, so I realized I keep my back, my back erect. You know what I mean? So keeping stuff in mind, especially knowing it in advance, always keeping that in your head. Routines. That's why it's good. You do it for a time with a trainer, or even as you train yourself. But keeping it in mind, it helps. Because that's like making it as a form of a habit. By keeping that in mind and continuously getting it in. Ultimately, just getting the work in. It's like any form of study. You can read, but you have to write. You can study, but you must perform. I believe that was 9 repetition, but it was still strenuous. In any form of fashion, I'm like, I'm not adding any more, but just to make a note that I did 9. This is not a mental note. Yeah, mental note. Extension of a mental note. Extension here and there. So I'm about to get into the ultimate piece right there that I was talking about for a minute. The deadlifts. I'll get to a little something right quick. Not even quick, sorry. How much is that overall for deadlift right there? Which is kind of, I'm bringing everything down. I'm not strength training. I'm going for the process of building. Strength training, you could get big, but not all your body is not gonna. You're not hitting all your body. You have to isolate certain body parts. You know what I mean? You have to. You gotta isolate pieces here and there. Everything is getting worked. Like for instance, with deadlifts right now, various body parts are getting worked up. But why not build those body parts individually as well? You know what I'm saying? Shoulders are getting worked. Legs are getting worked. Lower back is getting worked. Middle back is getting worked. Upper back is getting worked. Forearms are getting worked. Why not build those areas up? You know what I'm saying? A variety of other body parts get worked too. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you build, you know what I'm saying, put everything together. Sorry, build up the other body parts. And actually build, body build. Build up the body parts right there. So you can lift heavier. You could go further with the deadlift. You know what I mean? So shit like that. The deadlift, which I'm about to get into, is kind of sort of, it hits a lot of body parts. It's a lot of body parts right there. A lot of body parts get executed. Anyway, I'm doing 110, so I'm gonna keep it low right now, for now. For this warm up, gotta warm it up. Think about it, do I need to warm it up? It's based on doing some squats right there. Cause squat exercise, nope, I don't need to, yes or no. No, I don't need to, cause high repetition is not good for deadlifts. And that's why they added the squat thing. Okay, so I could deadlift heavy. Do I need to warm? Think about it. Keep it, do it warm. Do it warm. You gotta think before you move. It means you gotta think. It means you better think before you move. Shit. Anyway, so we'll do the warm up first. Keep the back straight. think. Alright, one. I'll give it 1 minute rest for this was gonna come up. And I'm about to get into the work set. 2 sets. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it ain't everybody who gets some form of work in. The body has to get warm. Body may have to get stretched. But after everything is said and done, at the end of the day, the body needs to stretch. In this case scenario, at the end of the workout routine, the body needs to get stretched. Do you get what I'm saying? Like really? You get what I'm saying if you're feeling achy. And I ain't talking about the achy that I don't even feel. I wake up in the morning and I don't feel the tension, the achy tension as soon as I get up. I feel normal. I'll be like, oh wow. I didn't feel like I worked out. But then after a while it does catch up. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel powerful. That's how I feel. Not no, oh, achy power. No. That's from lactic acid. No, sorry. That's the opposite of getting lactic acid. So I wasn't receiving lactic acid, but I was getting big. Like my muscles wasn't burning itself. It was just catching up back to where it was at, in a sense. Because I did some calisthenics, which kind of, it didn't hit all muscle. So you're back to all muscle. Now that was a decent, strenuous workout. I'm gonna talk to for the visuals. Yeah, that was a detailed stressful workout. No tension. No kind of tension that's gonna affect my lower back or anything like that. Cause mind you, deadlifts you're supposed to lift. Oh, yeah, deadlifts you're supposed to lift heavier than for squats. And I know that for a fact, it's the same amount of weight for squats. Now, going back to saying, okay, don't put too much, don't kill yourself with the deadlift. Because you're gonna kill yourself on it? That's your lower back right there. You know what I mean? So, your body gets strong as time goes by. When the legs get strong, the lower back is emphasized. So with that, it's like, for squats, it would be a lot, but then for deadlifts, it'll be a lot more. It'll be a lot more. But now, as I'm saying, like I'm about to get into this next, the same the same deadlift, put another minute on it, I'm debating, get that little time to rest the body for a bit, and get back into that routine. Because it's affecting the back. It's hitting the back up. It's hitting the whole of your back. It hits the legs. You know what I'm saying? Like the shoulders. The whole 9 yards. It's a great feeling. Good feeling. I feel it. Feel it. And I'm thinking that's the debate right now is to add 10. Because it's the same weight as a squat. And even when I was doing this, like on some heavy lifting, the squat I couldn't do the amount that I could do with deadlift. So as I'm going back a bit, I still keep that in mind that the squat, that the deadlift, it's heavier than the squat. There's not as much emphasis, it's not on your back. You pulling and using your back instead of squatting where it's on your back. You pulling and using versus the squat. Versus being that it's on your back and it's not the emphasis on the back, it's only on the legs. But a deadlift is for you, it's putting emphasis on your back, the whole of your back, and secondary on the legs. The legs give it that momentum to lift, but at the same time your back, the whole of your back area is helping with the lift. You know, you're holding on to that weight. Your arms are straight. You hold on to that weight, your arms are straight. You're not using, you're just holding that weight. You know, so with that, I'm not even turning it around just to show that other concept, because that's not even, you know, I did that before and that was a waste of my time. I can't say a waste of my time. I throw another angle up, next round. I keep that in mind. I'll turn it this way next time, but I'm keeping it where it's at because I don't want to. Let me just get it in. So I just added 10 pounds to it to see if, okay, let's go. Give yourself 2 to 3 minutes, so that's what it is. Keep the back straight all the time. Now that's what I'm talking about. I definitely gotta take a breather right there. Because when you are virtually almost hitting the whole of your body, it's like almost like everything is getting activated just to pull up the weight. And it doesn't matter how much weight you're lifting right there. Just make it as, enough as you can. Use your brain, put it on paper. Use your brain and put it on paper. So right now, I'm trying to figure out with my brain real quick. I just added 10, and it was a different feeling from the first 8 repetitions. So first 8 was good. This one was humongous. It put different types of emphasis on the back. The heavier versus the lighter. Lighter, I felt the definition area. So I think I'm gonna do it like that. Let's use this weight and bring it back up slightly. I'm keeping it back down to that 10. Less than 10, sorry. So -10 for now. So I should put a question mark on the upside. I put upside question mark. Or question mark upside. Upside being add the weight. So I gotta figure out real quick before I put it on paper. You know what I mean? It's all about writing it down as well. So let's see, 110. That was actually 120, which was close to 130. Keep it as is, keep it as is. Keep it at 110 for now. The time momentum will come. What's next is the barbell bench over row. It's at 90. And that activated the back. So there's no need to warm up. No need to warm up that area. It's a good hit already from the squat. Sorry, from the deadlift. Now, if it was a squat routine, then you have to go there again. Then you have to go for the back. Cause the squat, you know, the weights with the squat, the weight is just on your back. You're just going up and down with it, up and down, up and down. But for the deadlift, you're pulling. You're using your muscles to pull slightly, cause you gotta keep it up. But anyway, for this routine, you're getting more pull. You know, so but as I'm bending over for it, because you could do it in a different ways, calisthenic wise. You could do it, you know, vice versa. I'm trying to keep that. I'm trying to remember that what it is exactly. I'll remind myself as I'm running. But let's go. So at this angle, it'd be good to see how that went. As my back as I'm stretching and flexing. But I feel the tension as I'm stretching. I feel it high as I'm trying to pull it up. And that tension. But I see if my back is straight, the whole 9 yards. It's a video. So I'm taking that breather right now. So I know I captured that. Just gotta keep it in mind that that it's like kind of angular, kind of going like in a way. See with this barbell, it wouldn't. I can't say if my torso was straight, like straight. It'd be at an angle because that's how this is. It's at an angle. So I don't want to tell myself as I'm like doing a deadlift. Sorry, doing a squat. No, sorry, not even a squat. I'm tired. Doing bent over rows. I gotta make sure, okay, yes, I might be bent 45 degrees, and I'm using my arms to pull it up and down and stuff. I'm just looking at to see if my back is either arched slightly, like here, like if, you know, as I'm going down and coming back up, going down in that sense. To see, I gotta figure that out and see if I need to perfect it or lower the weight. Well, it's not gonna be at a straight angle. It'll be more or less at this angle, like this barbell. Anyway, second round. Give myself some more time to rest. That's a powerful routine. It's a powerful routine indeed. Gotta take down my clothes. Unbelievable. Gotta take those down. Sometimes therapeutic. You know what I mean? Let stuff hang dry. Anyway. Yeah, it is kind of sort of therapeutic. Get away from it all. You don't have to go to vacation. Too tough to enjoy life in a way. You know, but it's about, you know, overall, you know, you're making money, you pay your debt. That's another TED piece that I was listening to, watching. You work, you buy stuff, and with buying stuff, it's a debt. You create debt. Because you're buying stuff, because you might be in there with the debt, you gotta work for and pay back the debt, all kind of shit. You buy a car, buy a house, buy furniture, upgrade your shit, blah blah blah. Is it necessary? No, I didn't upgrade my dumbbells, my barbell. It's not Olympic. I wanted to upgrade to it, but it's still giving me the same effect as an Olympic barbell. It's a standard piece. I just give myself some time to rest. About 2 minutes, up to 3. Before we get into this next set, to get more powerful and much more powerful. Notice how when I go down and drop the weight, I may go a little bit further down to stand up. Sometimes you gotta do that. Or just stand up straight. You know, straight up from going down immediate and letting go of the bar and going up. I feel more flexible though. So I see that. I'm so flexible. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go back to the Kung Fu school. I neglected that for a minute. Busy focusing. I focus and see what happens. What can I do? There's a debate. Mental rolls down, incline presses, incline press. The debate being, do I sacrifice my muscle endurance? Sorry, my muscles or whatever for some kind of endurance type of training. And I say to myself, I can't handle it. Yeah. But after a month, your body gets used to the stuff in a sense. After 2 days, and especially practice, they're used to it. But my thought was like, it takes 4 hours, approximately, for dedication to that perspective. And I only go out there 2 hours of working out, and another hour to come back home. That's 4 hours. And I would do that for 2 days. That's another 4 hours. That's 8 hours per week. You know what I could do for 8 hours per week? I get smarter. I mean, in a sense, get smarter, get a little more constructive. You know, let me put this back a bit. Could have rolled it back, but more or less I want to put this bench where you can see it. Move this in the center. Let's see here. All right, that's a good enough angle altogether. I might put it further up. Yeah, put it further up. This place is a mess. I see the background. That's why I should have. I should have bought that green screen. For this, green screen. Keeping it in mind. Simple green screen right here. Put it right there. Shit. I'm just saying expensive. I'm sure buy inexpensive green screen and whatnot. You don't have to spend money on stuff that you don't need. You could even use like a sheet that's green. So I gotta figure that out. But that's one thing that it deters you from doing certain things. The background of certain things, seeing certain things. And that's my clothes on the sideline. And I'm like, is that a good addition for this video? You know? And in some ways it's like, who cares? As long as you get his stuff done. Alright, so incline press. The question now, I was debating last time. So incline press, and what I'm saying, what's next? Close grip bench. So incline, I have to warm up. That was my debate, whether to warm up or not. And I saw that. I do. So I'm gonna warm up with dumbbells. Got the barbell up top right now. I'll do some dumbbell incline press. Those socks are this, right? So yeah, what else saying again? Maybe I'll use some dumbbells instead. For the warm up, I'm gonna use some dumbbells. And I was gonna stack up the barbell itself. Like we lower it, this stuff. No need. Lower the weight, put that stack back up the weight. I could have did that. And strip it down from one side and the next. I should have did that instead of these dumbbells. It'll take some time with the dumbbells to come together. But I said also the dumbbells could be secondary. It's a secondary, but it could be primary. If I can't handle, because that's another thing. This kind of incline on this bench. You have to be real mindful on this particular bench. Just keeping notes to myself, as always. It's a great bench. It's serving its purpose. But there's some things, you gotta be aware with your equipment. There's some minor flaws. Or at least one or two minor flaws. I did 8. I'm not going to need them now. That was just to warm up. So I warmed up with two 20-pound plates, two 20-pound dumbbells. About to get into this incline press in a minute. Make it approximately 1 minute. To keep it, to rest the chest a bit. Got warmed up some, which is good. It's a good feeling. Feel it throughout the body. Mind you, got 16 minutes on this video. I didn't bring the charger. So 16 minutes left. And I ain't rushing it right there. Not at all. But anyway, I'll show off a little something within the 16 minutes. Yo. Talk about freaking vanity. Vanity, oh my God. It's crazy sometimes. Anyway, I'm about to get into this heavy weight. Not that heavy, but incline. You're hitting your upper chest, and you're hitting your shoulders. You're hitting your front shoulders, front deltoids, and you're hitting parts of your upper chest area. You know what I mean? And then the next routine is going to be close grip, where you're hitting a lot more of your chest. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So incline, then close grip. You know what I mean? Just like you could invest in stuff like this. Like it ain't even that much money. Or you can go to a gym. It's all about the knowledge and expertise from some people call them personal trainers, some people call them coaches, some people call them life therapists or whatever. But it's not only about your physical, it goes mentally also. And sometimes people love to talk, which is a good look also, you know what I mean? So you get a better understanding about your client. Or not a client, but a person, you say client because it's a business. Now debating. That was a good feeling. So the debate though, should I add more weight? It's 70 pounds right here. And I felt that it was kind of light pushing it up. It was kind of light pushing it up and out. But that's the kind of sort of, a little danger zone. Pushing it up and out, you can feel that, you'll feel the fact that whether or not to add weight or lower the weight, because the way you're pushing it is you could feel where it's like a sticking point in advance. Because the way you're pushing it out, it's almost the same way. Like if you go up to 6 repetition on it, going up to 7 and 8, you would feel a sticky point. This actually, as you push it, pushing it off the bench, from an incline perspective, you're pushing it off at where the sticky point would be. So in some ways, to keep it safe, you go lower than the sticking point. You say, damn, I can't even push this piece. So obviously you gotta use less weight. You can't push, but you can't put, if you can't push it off the bench itself from that starting position, because incline you're using less weight incline than what you would do on straight bench. You know what I mean? So about to get it in for the second round. So I put 10 pounds extra because pushing it off the bench wasn't sticky. It didn't feel sticky. So let me see if I can get that sticking point from here. And if I do, how would I feel after the 8 reps and then think about whether to keep it at 80 or keep it at 70. Because the ultimate thing is putting it down, putting it back on the rack. That's what it is, the rack. But anyway, as I pushed it up, from being at this 80 pounds, pushing it up, I didn't feel any kind of stickiness or sticky point. I pushed it up safely and smoothly. But when I actually did the repetition now, I gotta think about that too. I did 8 reps. I got kind of on the sticky point on 7, from 6 to 7, going on to 8. So overall, it didn't get sticky pushing it up, which is good. I got a good pump, I feel it. Also from 6 to 7, going on to 8, that's not bad. That's the second set. That's at 80, so I'm bringing it up. Overall result, bring it up. Keep it up there, keep it up. Bring it up and keep it up. So the incline press from 70 is now 80. So that's good. And at the same time, it's a different feeling from the last workout routine, from the last time we did it last week. I'm feeling more, not bloated. You know what I'm saying? It's the muscles being built. But you feel like kind of like the muscle belly. That's what they call it, the muscle belly. The muscle belly is getting big. Mind you, this was 80 pounds I just lifted up from the top. With ease. There was a time when I had to lift off 70. I said, damn, that was kind of heavy. And now it's not as heavy. Muscle belly is getting big. Belly's getting fat. Mind you, I said the muscle belly is not the belly. My belly is not my belly itself. Although ultimately that has to get fat. So and then replenish the body. The muscle of the belly, you fill up the belly, replenishes the body. Me just jibber jabbing. Behind the neck press, close grip. Close grip is next. Close grip I use a little more. Yeah, I use it a little more. Because close grip, it's on a flat bench. You're doing but it's not a flat bench that you're doing. You're doing a close grip. So that is still light as well. That So I'm feeling this. Okay, so let's backtrack a bit. So I was listening to Ted doing all those videos, various TED videos. But then it's like TEDx or some independent, various people. Yeah, let us backtrack on a little bit on some other videos that's like characters doing what I'm doing, and they're pretty successful at it. And I gotta look at those videos again, right? Use them for reference. And a little bit maybe. But just go, keep doing it on myself. Just keep, as they do it, just do it. Just do it. Yeah, I turned it the wrong side. I'm trying to align it. Yeah, go this way. I'm trying to align it to the. Yeah, trying to align it to those. So I don't get like kind of awkward. Yeah, align it to the poles on the top. I said poles. Pipes. The pipes on the top, above my head, way up there. But get that alignment, get it parallel, barbell parallel to that. Not misalign. Might confuse the eyes. Strange, right? Anyway. Try to get the midline. This is close grip bench. Oh, what a feeling. Because you're pushing like your hands are close. You put more emphasis on your chest. On the center, like the midline. So, the 8 by 9, that was like 90 pounds. So I'm thinking, add more weight. No need. I ain't gonna add no more weight. Feels good though. It's a good pump. It's like when the body fully pumps itself, like it pumps, but then it diminishes a little bit until the next time. But then the next time you get more pump, and that diminish from the last routine actually stays. Or it might, it would stay either immediate or after a few weeks. It depends on nutrition even. Altogether, everything adds up. No, yeah, it depends on nutrition, on how fast you can gain that pump and maintain it, and let that stick. Because the pump, it's like, I can't see a pump. Working out. You feel big, you feel huge. You're not gonna feel like that when you wake up in the morning. You feel, as soon as you start flexing and shit, yeah. But does it feel like that without flexing and to flex the blood in? It takes some time. That's the key. You put in that time. The key is to put it in. Ultimately, the key is to put in that time. I'm about to get in that second round. No need to rest any longer. Let's go in major right now. Now, that is a perfect amount of weight. I don't have to add no further. I don't have to add no more weight to that. Keep that weight as is, of course. So I feel fatigue. Anyway, next is behind the neck press. Whoa, I like that. I like behind the neck press. It's pretty good. Emphasis on the back. It's like, so today's emphasis on the legs and the back. Mine is just a full body workout routine. I mean the chest even also because it was two sets. Everything gets hit. Major emphasis though. It's like your chest and the back. Sorry, the legs and the back. I think ultimately the back. The legs got hit a lot. But the back is getting hit a lot. I'm about to hit this, but even this shoulder routine. Which is behind the neck press. Shoulder routine. Go behind the neck press. And then it's like, instead of forward, it's behind the neck. Behind the neck press. So, that kind of routine. How much weight? Behind the neck press is 60, but then it's saying to put it up. I'm gonna see what 60. And if I have to, I'm not gonna add 70. I'm gonna add 65. Right, which consists of the little plates. Anyway, I'm about to put on back my tank top. Because periodically, body gets warm, body gets cold. It's more or less when you're resting. Temperature lowers. Temperature goes up when you're moving. So, I might have to keep this on at the same time. This may have to keep this on at the same time. Let me find out. I think I'll put the collars up. Do I need to put the collars up for this barbell? It's overhead.